Man, I love all these holiday deals. Did you know that milk is on a crazy sale right now?
Why would milk be on sale?
I don't know, computer. There's something about the expiration date that I ignored, but surely it can't be that bad.
Wait a minute. I don't think that's expired milk.
No! If you don't know what this means, you're not a true gamer. If you browsed around the PC gaming sections of your local stores, you might have noticed that a lot of the apparel lights up in fancy colors. These are known as RGB devices, with the letters representing these things. You know, colorblind people hate me. I don't know why. RGB stands for red, green, and blue, and this is because the values of each color are adjusted to perceive a certain color. It works the same way pixels work in most consumer monitors. I would know. I learned this in a class I never paid attention in. But why is this lighting so associated with gamers, specifically PC gamers? Because let's be honest, anyone who owns a console's a fucking pussy.
Stand by what I said.
Building a PC has only gotten more crazy and difficult. I mean, just look at the GPU market. Christ, that's a price. If I want something decent at a good price, well then shit, I gotta sacrifice something and hope the PC demigods grant me my wish. Now you could still build a rig for a good price that has decent performance. There's a ton of guides out there for anything like that on any day of the year, but even with price to performance, I will never understand why RGB is so prevalent in this market. This is my opinion, but lighting components inside of a computer isn't really for the person using the PC. I used to own a case with RGB built into it, and I really didn't get the hype. Could be because I rarely look at the thing, but I feel like if you're getting an RGB PC, it's either to show it off on your Instagram page or for the people who come to your house. I'm not saying if you have an RGB setup, you're some kind of show-off, because most components that have RGB built into it do have great performance. But the prices, on the other hand. I paid 3 times as much for this milk, and guess what? It offers the same amount of performance than normal milk. Watch this. Take a look at this RAM. It's DDR4 32GB dual channel memory at 3200 MHz. Now, by the same company, there's the same spec of RAM just with RGB. And it's like $25 more with RGB lighting. I feel like while it looks nice, if you were able to take the money that would have been spent on the RGB side of components and pull it together, you can upgrade other components with the leftover money. Like if I were to build an RGB system and then a non-RGB system, well then the RGB system is gonna cost just a tiny bit more even with the same specs. I could take that difference between the two systems and possibly use it for things like a new monitor or a keyboard or a headset or possibly better components inside the PC. Now, if you want RGB later on, you can buy add-ons for certain components to still give it RGB. I'm fine if nobody agrees with me on that, however, because people do have a brighter setup because simply it makes them happy. And who am I to judge that? But what I can judge is when RGB starts infecting my everyday items. Like my milk. It took me a while to clean that up. For me, an RGB keyboard is fine enough. I need a backlit keyboard in order to see my keys, and being able to customize my colors is just fun. With the mouse, it's just nice to have a mouse that matches the keyboard, but overall, gaming accessories with RGB makes more sense to me rather than components, since you're more likely to look at them and have them match well with your personality, since, you know, they'll be on you and stuff, and they'll be on your head, and you'll be typing away at them, and you'll be using them. It has more of a purpose. But tell me, please tell me, what's the point of putting RGB in a microphone? I swear, man, I can hear the colors in my voice! This doesn't make the most sense to me as a viewer. Streamers usually have their microphone in the shot, and that's fine and all, but when it has the invincibility star from Mario on it, well then it becomes super distracting. I also don't see a practical use for it. While I can say that for most anything that's RGB, at least with something like a keyboard, it helps me see the letters more. And within a PC, if something goes wrong, the extra light can help me see what components are off. So if I'm gaming and my PC crashes, I can look in the window and see that maybe one of the RAM sticks isn't fully set into the slot. It allows me to assess the problem before even opening up the PC. With something like a microphone, you're forcing yourself to sacrifice a little bit of the audio quality. And no, it's not because of the lighting, because most microphones I've seen with RGB are USB microphones, and while USB mics have gone a long way, they just won't compete too well with an XLR mic in terms of quality. Cheaper XLR options often sound better than more expensive USB options, and let me ignore the Blue Yeti for a second. I know it's outdated. Even more higher-end USB options like the Elgato Wave is still not going to beat an XLR microphone because audio processing and stuff like that. For streaming, it does make sense to go with a USB mic if that's the only thing you are doing. But if you're doing voiceovers, music production, or even film production, well then USB is not the greatest since the flexibility is very low on them. So if your mic is RGB, then you're kind of forced to go with the USB option since the lights on the mic will need to be powered by something. XLRs can't really power something like that. But all of this can be justified so easily. Some people just like having more lighting in their room. So what happens when you add lighting to products you barely even see to begin with? Here's a cable that sends video information from my console to my TV, but oops, I put lighting on it! RGB cables are dumb. Why would you want the cables that you rarely see have lighting? What? Things like an HDMI cable, for the most part, are meant to be tucked away so people with virgin eyes don't think your room is a ticking time bomb. Okay, I know this looks bad, but I swear, it's for the TV! Now, I think it would be cool if something like the cable to a mouse was RGB, because then I feel like there'd be a reason to put a wire on my mouse. Or even have the back of the monitor light up, because that kind of makes sense since the light can bounce off the wall, making it fill the room with more light. I guess if you put your PC on your desk, then yeah, RGB lighting can make sense, but nothing, and I mean nothing, can justify this. Okay, now I know this looks bad. This is idiotic. The last thing you would ever want to see in a gaming room is somebody's power strip, and I would know. I have one visible at all times, and it's terrible. I can't even think of a good reason for this thing to exist, because yeah, if you're in a situation like me and like seeing the fact that your room is a ticking time bomb, well then great, add some fun colors to the mix to soothe the impending doom. However, for the amount of money this costs, you can buy a power strip with more outlets on it. Same goes with the HDMI cable. It gives you the same function, so why would you buy it if it's more expensive? I swear, these things are starting to feel more and more like a scam. I mean, they jack up the prices so high, they probably make more money than RPG games.
Is that an actual fact?
No, it's a made-up statistic. Made up by me, of course, but it sounds catchy, so I'm sticking with it. What I'm not sticking with is color, because damn it, all this RGB is making me sick. That's why I got this baby. I mean, I really don't care if you like RGB peripherals, and I can't state that enough. It's just, come on! I'm not the only one who thinks that this has gotten out of hand, right? It's annoying because think of the people who aren't totally aware of this stuff and then wants to buy little Timmy some gaming stuff for the holidays. So they go to Google, type in gaming headset or something, and they're listed with a whole bunch of stuff, but hey, if it lights up, it must be good because RGB is now part of the gamer brand. And I'm sorry, but I don't agree with it. I mean, TikTok ads are trying to sell you cheap RGB light strips, and half the time, I've seen too many of them market towards the average gamer. I mean, there's more to be being a gamer than just colored lights. Like, I don't know, maybe playing games? Would you rather open up a gift to be an RGB power strip or a new video game? Because chances are you'll get more out of the video game. It feels so sketchy too, like the RGB power strip was almost nowhere to be found online, at least not in a big chain store, but I did find their website. What the f is a Jasco, and why is it branded under this? $50 for a 3-foot HDMI cable. A standard 2.1 HDMI cable costs $40 less than that. And before you say it's higher quality, there's no real difference when going with a cheaper HDMI cable. I mean, that was explained by Linux Tech Talks. I'm going insane! I mean, everywhere I go, everything I see, it's just RGB! What's next, an RGB mask so gamers can protect themselves from the virus?
Fitted with N95 grade filters.
I said that ironically! Listen, this mask design, it's not too bad. Being able to see the mount for better communication, a filter system that's better for filtering air, but why is there RGB integrated into it? I gotta charge my gamer mask at night so when I'm walking the streets of fucking downtown NYC, people know who to mug because I got the COVID mask that lights the up! Seriously, at what point do you look at what you're making and say, you know what, this bread looks good, but it can use more eye strain? There's RGB phone cases, RGB gaming chairs, RGB wood, RGB wrinkle-free face mask, RGB mohawks, RGB cup holders, RGB dog leashes. It never f***ing ends! Did you know that Intel's gonna be making GPUs now? Well then add that to the GPU contender list. By the way, AMD markets red, that's R. Nvidia markets green, that's G. And Intel, it will be blue, so that's B. It's f***ing RGB! I mean, come on, why not stop? I mean, Christmas lights are red and green, and that means the R and the G, but what about the B? Where's the B at? Where's the B at in Christmas? No, 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 no! Get it off! Get it off me!
always wondered what Paper Mario felt like.
These blank mind listings every year brings TikTok ads, a bunch of cheer. It grows so much more big this time of year. These goddamn products don't seem to miss. Like seriously, a power strip. There's all this light I cannot see, but it does look good behind a screen. Wait, no, I must not be tempted. These colored lights just seem demented. The curse is not that hard to see, and it goes by the phrase RGB. It's not a thing that should be so crazy, but it makes more profit than RPGs. Spiraling out of control. Is there any way to be free from this wretched curse that is RGB?
Oh, God, what happened?
Oh, you passed out.
Again? For how long?
For a few hours. You were color deprived, so I had to give you recolor pills.
Being deprived of color can do that?
It can also kill you.
Yeah, I guess that is true. Wait a minute, I could have been dead that entire time. You just sat there and waited?
Do you have health insurance?
No.
My point exactly.
Okay, yeah, I guess that makes sense. Doesn't make you a better friend, though.
By the way, a package came for you.
Gasp! A Christmas gift! And it's from my good friend Andy. I hope it's not any White Castle. I keep telling him I don't need any of that.
Oh.
Hello? Why would you ever buy me an RGB power strip?
Are you a gamer?
You're dead to me.